There's a movement today to consume what people consider superfoods. What are superfoods? Magazine articles, newspaper articles, television shows are all trying to identify superfoods. Invariably, they come out of the plant kingdom. This is because meat and fat are not superfoods, according to the experts. Now, when we became an agricultural society in the late 1800s, and then in the early 1900s, meat and fat took a beating. By the 1950s, meat and fat was bad news. They were the cause of all disease processes. And we were encouraged to stay away from meat and saturated fat, deadly saturated fat. Now you need to know that the fat in your body, you are an animal, is saturated, highly saturated. So when you're encouraged to lose weight and you pump out that saturated fat from your adipose cells, you're filling your blood with saturated fat. Now why isn't this considered a bad thing? Why would they tell anybody to lose weight, to burn their own fat, when it's so bad for us? I don't get it. Now we're told to eat superfoods, and all manner of justification is plotted out for this. We eat blueberries because of the blue color. We're going to eat strawberries. We're going to eat tomatoes and avocados because these are good for us. And the superfoods are going to protect us against diseases. Soy is considered a superfood. Soy is like the worst things you can put in your body. It was all hemmed up by the marketing arm of the soy industry. Soy is bad news. It's an anti-nutrient. It takes nutrients out of your system. When you put it in your body, it binds minerals in your intestinal tract and removes them. So truly, what is a superfood? Honestly, saturated fat. Just the stuff you're not supposed to touch. And what's important to understand, that there's never been any proof that saturated fat was the cause of any disease. Now, where we run into problems is when we consume fat along with carbohydrates. That makes things bad news because the carbohydrates create a nutritional and hormonal profile in which food is shoved into storage. Now, food has two choices. It can either be stored or it can be burned for energy. The body does not monitor the calories that go into your mouth. It monitors what's being burned. So this movement to reduce your calorie intake and not consider what's going on with that type of food and how it directs itself either into storage or into burning. Of course, burning is where it's at. We've got to burn this stuff. So don't buy the nonsense about the superfoods, the whole grains, and the other colored vegetables and colored fruits. It's just bad news. And to the extent that they increase the release of glucose, which forms glycated proteins, and this is not a good thing. You don't want to form glycated proteins because you will destroy yourself and you're setting yourself up for, as you age, to get all kinds of degenerative diseases. That's what glycated proteins lead to, the advancement of degenerative diseases. And where have you heard about this before?